Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another of my album shares. Hope these aren't boring you too much, but it's just a good way to catch up on everything that I didn't share on this channel, and just, you know, I like watching album shares. I like seeing how an album's come together, how a story's told throughout a whole album, so hopefully you'll enjoy that too. So this is my 2016 Scottish album, and so I have shared some of these pages on here, so some of them have been process videos, but not all of them. So this is a piece that I shared because this is using the Jen Hadfield collection, this beautiful wood slice, which I then stitched this Scotland 2016 on, and it's just a really nice front cover. I really enjoy making front covers. It reminds me of school projects where you make a cover. I really enjoy that. I used a lot of tartan in here, plaid, check, whatever you want to call it, and a lot of deers. That's the kind of themes that went through. So this trip didn't get off to a great start because the day we went to go, we had to get up an early start, and actually I had a migraine so bad that I was being sick, and I knew that I had an 8-hour trip on the bus or on a coach. But this is at Gretna Green. This is where we always stop on our way up, and so this is a picture of me and my aunt. So this is the home for the week. So this is Loch Lomond, where we stayed, and again these are silhouette cutouts. These are then just views of the hotel that we stayed off Loch Lomond. It's a beautiful hotel. So many pictures that I've taken, and again, as much as I don't like this format, I quite like the fact that I can do my token style of 3 pictures with a little cluster. So these reindeers were a Christmas decoration, so they kind of run through it as well. I kind of used to use a real eclectic mix. So when I was away, I did a daily lock selfie. So every day I go out, wait for the coach and go and take a picture. So again, different techniques in here. Use some inking in the background. I don't know if you can see, just to add some stag heads. Again, a whole mixture of bits and pieces in there, but that's Loch Tummel. Again, this is a lovely little cottage in the middle of nowhere, and it says, "Take me to the mountains," and then I put, "if there's Wi-Fi." Again, use these lovely little wooden bits and pieces. Then we went to Blair Castle. Again, used a variety of things. Again, a little die cut here of stags. I used gold in this album as my sort of highlight colour, so I got use of lots of my gold bits and pieces. A lot of these papers are actually Christmas papers, or Jen Hadfield papers. So again, here's a picture of the coach we were on, and I then again sort of repeated this stag element across the bottom. This because says adventure. So these pages are kind of quite simple in layout, showcasing the photos, basis for journaling, etc. I believe I've shared this one because this is the other side of the woodcut. And these are Jen Hadfield bits and pieces. This one was a little bit different. I'd done a cutout piece of a tree. I used this American Craft wood grain cardstock. This is a textured cardstock for my background for a lot of the pages. Again, it's another way of just continuing a theme through an album. So then this is inside Blair Castle, which had the most ridiculously ugly. It's not ugly, but you know, it's kind of very Scottish Highland country chic with stag heads everywhere and guns and knives and stuff. China. It was so gaudy. It was kind of like nice, but then there was this stuffed deer which looked like it's seen so much better days. Hence the title, Oh Dear. Then I had a nice walk around Blair Castle's grounds. Again, I believe I may have shared this one on the channel. Really love it. And this I did actually because this is some of that American Crafts food grade, sort of grease proof tissue paper stuff, so that was on there. I shared this one, which says, look, hairy coos. Pictures of Highland cattle. And again, this is using this cow die cut, which was in a Jen Hadfield collection. This is some picture snaps. This is Pit Lockery, and these are actually snapped through a window of the coach. I did quite a lot of ripping in this album. Again, used like quite a lot of wood veneer elements as well. I like that it's kind of quite a dark album, kind of quite dark autumnal colours, because that was the time of year we went. We went beginning of February, so it was kind of like winter coming into spring. So then we went to Edinburgh, and again, these aren't double pages, but you know, I kind of like carrying on this, and I love this paper so much. It's sort of basic grey paper. So again, I've got pictures of Edinburgh Castle, pictures of Princes Street, Scots Monument, a selfie of me and my aunt. We always take a holiday selfie. These are then just some views from around the streets at different parts. We've done a tour of Edinburgh. Then had a little pit stop. Had the most amazing like chocolate brownie refrigerator cake and coffee. Then this is Holyrood Park, which there's a novel. Is it One Day something? I can't remember. But they talk about how they walk up on this hill. It's quite funny going through it. I was like, oh yes, I remember it from that novel. Then we went to Dundee, where I had a piece of Dundee cake. So when in Dundee, eat Dundee cake. I think I may have shared this all out as well, because it's using a lot of the Jen Hadfield bits. Then we went to St Andrews, where they have the golf. Again, another super simple page, using just an array of bits and pieces to showcase those pictures. Then this is a nice view I had when I was sitting eating my Scotch pie, which is another thing I always have when I go to Scotland. Another thing I always have when I go to Scotland is I sample the whiskies. I'm a whiskey drinker. So this is a layout just documenting my evening tipple. Then we went through Glenshire and the snow. Oh, the snow. It was amazing. So this was like as we were starting to go up higher. And it was beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. And again, on pages like this, I just want to showcase the pictures. If you've watched my other video, which was looking through my Cornwall album, my West Country trip album, there's some pages where you just want to show the photos. You know, for me, as much as there's beautiful scrapbooking elements out there and die cuts and pages and cut files, it's the photos. You know, I don't want to look for an album and going, oh yes, look at that amazing Maggie Holmes die cut. No, I want to go, oh, can you remember when we went up and drove through those mountains and the sun was coming up and it was just amazing. That is why I scrapbook. That is why I do it. I love the product and I love paper, but it is for capturing the photos which capture a moment and a memory. And it's really funny actually. I was listening to a podcast. I love true crime, as you'll know if you've watched my channel for a while. I was listening to a true crime podcast as we were driving through here, and when I was flicking through these albums before I was coming to this video, I was like, oh yeah, I remember it was that story about that person who killed his wife. And all this. So funny that that's what I remember. So again, more beautiful pictures. So this is when we were kind of, you know, coming out, so you kind of go in and out of the valleys and stuff. This is in this tree that I used in an earlier part of the album. Again, more of a kind of scenic view across. And then we went up into Cairngorms, which is up into the mountains where, oh, it was done so beautiful. So this page is called Spot the Deer, because in these pictures, in these hills, there is deer, and there's like 30 or 40 deer. And if I look really close, I can see them. But, oh, it was just amazing. So again, more pictures, and I don't care that it's just pictures of snow and sky and scenery, because what more is there in life than scenery and sky? this is then we went past Braemar Castle, which of course is where the Queen hangs out sometimes. So we went around there and we kind of went along a few little bits and pieces around that way. Again, I kind of quite like this jaunty angle. I did that on a couple of other pages as well. Quite like that. So actually, saying as much as I said I hated this format, I actually quite like it. I think I quite like a 9x9 album. I think the problem with the 9x12 is it's not square, and I like a square format. But I like that page. Anyway, so we now come towards the end. There's just some more beautiful pictures of our trip to back in, you know, to and from the hotel. This is this beautiful Freckled Fawn Adventures acrylic piece. And again, this is just another little die cut. So I kind of again use this theme of die cuts throughout it. And this is me sitting on the coach, and our seats are right at the back of the coach as well. So just documenting that, and then documenting getting home, because as much as I love travelling, I love coming home. Not only for the fact that normally whoever my travel companion is has bugged the hell out of me by that point. This is my aunt. I normally go to Scotland with my aunt. And we get on, but we also don't get on if we're in each other's space too much. Anyone who's in my space too much, we tend not to get on. But I really love this. I have shown my aunt this album. It's nice to capture it. My last Scottish one is in a 6x8 album. So I really like it. I haven't got a plan to go to Scotland yet. I may go to Scotland this year. Not really sure. I do love it though. Love it. My mum and dad are actually in Scotland currently. Lucky devils. So yes, I really like this. I like how it came together. I like, even though all the pages are different, you know, have different brands, different styles, but it all kind of works together. And I like Hairy Coos. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this album. As much as I say I don't like the format, I think I quite did. That's really bad English. But yes, so I do have loads and loads and loads of stash left of tartan, deers, Christmas, mountains, that kind of theme. Because I think I brought enough to make about 14 albums. Because I tend to buy this stuff at Christmas. So, yeah. Maybe. Maybe I'll have to go to Scotland. So that is that album. I actually really like this album. It's a nice sturdy quality. So this was a 7 paper one. As you can see, it's quite chunky. I do like to make my albums quite chunky. So yeah, I really, actually looking back through this, I really enjoyed doing this album. I don't know why I felt negative towards it, but this of course would be an easier size to make and style now, but you can't, I don't believe you can get this size anymore. So I'm going to stick with my 8x8 for this year, and whatever I do for my daily documenting, not sure. Going to share that in another video because I have a goodie, had something that arrived, which I think I'm going to do it in. So this was my second to last album share. My next one is my 12x12 album, and so super excited to share that. Like I said, and like I said in my other videos, I hope you're not getting bored with the album shares. I hope they are giving you some ideas, you know, and kind of seeing that I have been scrapping, just not sharing, which is just really mean. So I want to thank you very much for watching. I'll be back very soon. Do like, comment, subscribe, all that diatribe. Just say hi, link me to your channels. Just let me know what's going on in the world of scrapbooking, because I've kind of got out of the world of YouTube scrapbooking. I'm not bragging, this is really not bragging, but I was kind of, when YouTube process videos was still quite a new thing, I kind of jumped on that bandwagon and really enjoyed it and really got into it, and it took over scrapbooking in a way. And it was more important about getting videos up, and not more important, but you know, getting videos up, being there, doing stuff, doing hauls. I watched back some of my hauls and I think, yeah, Nancy, you've still got it sat there untouched. You probably should try and use that. So, yeah, I don't want to go back to showing all that stuff. But I also don't want to go to the point of not sharing anything, which is how I got. So I want to find that happy medium. I definitely want to use stash. I have so much stash, I want to use it. So that's a big purge this year. My word of the year is order. Gaining order on everything in life, whether it's what I'm doing with my life, my finances, my stash, my paper stash, my wool stash, my clothes stash, getting some kind of order in my week, my planning, just kind of knowing where I want to go with things. Something I didn't mention in my earlier video is my job has changed during this year. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that my job has gone through many different cycles, and this year was the biggest change yet. I went on from running my programme, which was a schools programme, to overseeing the whole centre, which not only was a massive steep learning curve, but also dramatically changed my stress levels, because it's not a job that I've done for, you know, I've been in the company for 11 years. I've not been doing this job for 11 years. I've been doing this job for about 4 months, and it's caused me a high level of stress. So I've had to cope with that, and something had to give, and that was my scrapping time, my scrapping mojo, my want to create. So that kind of changed. My living situation then changed, so my headspace, my physical space changed. My partner's job changed as well, in a really positive, brilliant way for him, but then that's affected our time and that we spend together. So there's been a lot of stuff and a lot of change happened towards the latter part of 2017, and I'm at a point where I need to get some order on it now. Otherwise, if I don't get things clear in my mind, that then possibly things could come up in the near future if I haven't dealt with them and processed them. So that's very much where I am at the moment. This was a long diatribe to the end of this bit of a video, so I do apologise. But I hope, I think of you guys, you know, some of my subscribers have been with me from the very beginning, and, you know, I think of you as friends, so I don't think it's a bad thing to share some of this. So there's lots of exciting things, like I said, on the plans for this year, so it's not that I feel negative, but to fully embrace all of that, I need to get my head in the right space. So on that cheerful note, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Everything's now falling down behind me, so I'm going to sort that pile and avalanche out, and then I'm going to be back with my final share. So thank you very much, guys, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon. Bye!